Good evening. Before we start our Shabbat service, I'd like to just take a couple of minutes and just some deep breaths in, out. Breathe in, spirit. Breathe out, toxicity. Thank you. And now I'm going to read on page 47, just to give you a little heads up. The Parsha is about Moses, and I thought this was kind of a good way to connect with Moses because it talks about my own discovery of God. So I find by experience, not by reasoning, but by my own discovery that God is near me, and I can be near God at all times. I cannot explain it, but I am as sure of my experience as I am of the fact that I live and love. I cannot explain how I have come to live and love, but I know I do. In the same way, I know I am in contact with God. And now we're going to turn to page 178 for the Shalom Rav. Sorry, I talked too fast.
Yeah, we're really jumping ahead, and then we'll come back.
It's because this is a song I really like.
Oh, that's a good reason.
And it's about peace, so.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech hador lechol hashalom. אתה הוא מלך הדור לכל השלום. שלום רב על ישראל עמך חסיד לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך חסיד לעולם. וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובחושה בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך חסיד לעולם. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam.
Now we're going to go to page 120 and 121, and I am pleased to invite up Rochelle Lysogorsky, is that close, for our candles. I'm here. I'm the same.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו ממצוותיו וציוונו להדליק נר שבת.
You have to light the candles.
Do you want to light? Oh, yeah.
Get the tall person out.
Baruch atah Adonai
אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו להדליק נר של שבת.
Now we're going to go to page 127 at the bottom. We offer thanks, O God, for this Shabbat, which unites us in faith and hope. For Shabbat holiness, which inspires sacred living. For Shabbat memories, glowing even in darkness. For Shabbat peace, born of friendship and love. We offer thanks and blessings, O God. And now we get to go, I told you we're jumping all over, 648 for Shiru, I cannot talk today.
Shir Chadash.
Thank you.
שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God and we'll all sing along. All the earth a new song unto God. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz, shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. I will sing unto God a new song.
Beautiful. Now we're going to go back to 140, just because I'm trying to see if you're paying attention. A psalm. Oh, I'm sorry, 140, yeah. A psalm, a song for Shabbat. It is good to praise Adonai, to sing hymns to God's name, O Most High, to proclaim your steadfast love at daybreak, your faithfulness each night. With the 10-stringed harp, with voice and lyre together, you have gladdened me by your deeds, Adonai. I shout for joy at your handiwork. How great are your works, Adonai, how very subtle your designs. A brute cannot know, a fool cannot understand this. Together, the righteous bloom like a date palm. They thrive like a cedar in Lebanon. Planted in the house of Adonai, they flourish in the courts of our God. In old age, they still produce fruit. They are full of sap and freshness, attesting that Adonai is upright, my rock, in whom there is no wrong. Now we're going to move on to page, let's see if I can turn it. Page 144 for the Chatzi Kaddish.
Read along or respond as you feel called to. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל,
Bagala, bagala, ובזמן קריב אמרו, אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך, לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה, יתברך. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לאלה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תחוש בחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמה וימרו Amen.
And on the next page at the bottom, entrances to holiness are everywhere. The possibility of ascent is all the time, even at unlikely times and through unlikely places. There is no place on earth without the presence. And I think we need to remember that because sometimes we get caught up in things and we forget that the presence is everywhere. So now, if you'll please rise, we are going to do the Barhu on 146.
Lai, 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 ברכו את אדוני המבורך ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד לי 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 לי
Please be seated. And as you all know, I like to sometimes read prayers that normally are in Hebrew. I like to read the English translations. So we're going to go to page 149 for the Ma'ariv Aravim. This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? Baruch atah Adonai Hama'ari Haravi.
Amen.
And then on page 151, if you will join me at the bottom, this is, again, English of the Ahabat Olam. Okay, 151. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. All these things your Torah gives to us. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works and the living language that gives it form? Baruch atah Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Amen.
And now, if you'll turn to pages 152 and 153, we'll do the Shema. Oh, yeah, please.
They did it. You didn't even have to ask him.
Do I open that?
No.
No, I didn't think so. I'm just trying to.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem, Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. We'll continue with the Ve'ahavta on page 154. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Please be seated. And on page 155, again, there's an English translation. Please join me. Love your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every conscious act. Keep in mind the words contained in this day. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at work, whether you are tired or you are rested. Let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Do not leave them at the doorway of your house or outside your gate. They are reminders to do all of my mitzvot, so that you can be holy for God. I am Adonai your God. I led you out of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai your God.
Continue with the Mechamocha on page 158.
מי כמוך בנים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע הים לפני משה ומרים. זה אלי ענו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. יא ביי ביי בים בים בם, יא ביי ביי בים בם, יא ביי ביי בים בים bum, yabba bye bye bim bum, ay 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 ay, yabba ba bye bye bim bam. Ay 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 ba bye bye bim bam.
You want to do the Ne'emar? At the bottom? You don't want me singing.
Yeah. Or you can read it.
ונאמר תפדה אדוני את יעקב, וגלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל.
Amen. We'll continue with the Hashkivenu on page 160 as we think about God's sheltering presence. There's that presence again. Mention the presence right there. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomreinu lechayim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomreinu lechayim. Ushmor Ushmor tetenu uvoenu lechayim ulshalom me'ata ve'ad olam. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomreinu lechayim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomreinu lechayim.
And now we're going to go on to, again, celebrating Shabbat with Yismachu. Yes, yes.
Page 162.
ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. מקדשי שבי שבת כולם ישבעו ויתאמרו מטובך שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. ובשביעי רצית בו וקידשתו שבת. חמדת ימים אותו קראת שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. זכר למעשה בראשית שבת. זכר למעשה בראשית שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת וישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת.
And I love that the translation says, those who keep the who keep Shabbat by calling it a delight. Wasn't that delightful? I really like that too.
Everybody clap too. I always like when everybody claps.
I don't clap because I have no rhythm. Please rise for the Amidah, starting on page 164. Then we'll go to 166, 168, and 170. And after that, you can finish your Amidah at your own pace or say whatever is in your heart. And when you're done, please be seated so that we'll know when everybody's done.
שפתי תפתח ופי יגיד תהילתך אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק, ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה, אלוהי רחל, ואלוהי לאה, האל הגדול, הגיבור הנורא, אל עליון, גומר חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בזבת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומציר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך
אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Continue at the end of the Amidah, at the bottom of page 180, with the singing of another prayer for peace, Oseh Shalom. Oseh Shalom bimromav, Hu yaseh Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
That's a blessing. I'll get to turn the page. Now we're going to move on to the Mishabera, which is on page 371. And I'm not there yet. There it is. And we'll do. No, do the big one at the top.
You can do it in English.
I just want to do the middle. That was the one I like. As we prepare for the prayer for healing, we think of the following friends and family. There it is. Malka Hall, Carmen Chase, Fred Delmonico, Neil B. Erickson, Roger Friedman, Seth Gallitzer, Perry Graves, Paul Hinkle, Bob and Sidney Califf, Eric Leitz, Mary Moore, Barbara Morgenstern, Danny Moss, A.J. Packer, Vivian Parker, Dan Pauls, Lupe Perez, Len Richter, Steve and Paula Shatira, Joe Scraper, Liz Turney, Tom Van Cleek, and Jesse Williams. And if there are any others, please say their names as I catch your eye.
Ed Trainin.
AJ Clemens.
Linda Jeffrey. Trisha Pickering. Terry Smith. And Andrew Ness.
Mark Sanford.
Anybody, and I forgot to say if you're online to put it in the chat. Hopefully you know by now. All right, page 371.
Mi sheberach avotenu makor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu makor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Beautiful. And now we're going to talk about the parshas. So as my dad used to say when he would give devars, feel free to play Sudoku in your head or whatever. I'll let you know when it's time to come back to the service. He was a funny guy. So this week's portion is called Devarim, which means words. I like words. It's the first parsha in the 5th book of the Torah, Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 1 through chapter 3, verse 15. So I really struggled with this Devar, in large part because of the excellent Devarim that we've had in the past few weeks. Because the end of Exodus and then the beginning of Deuteronomy, we're talking about kind of the same things. So this parsha includes much of what was said at the end of the book of Exodus, as Moses spends his last 36 days going over all that he tried to teach in the prior 40 years. He starts out reviewing the departure from Egypt and the difficulty they had traveling. He then talks about the people becoming so numerous and that he can't lead them himself, so he appoints judges and cautions them to be righteous and unbiased, reminds them that the judgment is actually God's. He talks about them coming to the land that was promised them and reminds them that they were supposed to go and take the land, but instead the people wanted spies to go in and check out the area, and the spies, most of them, told the people that the land is wonderful, but the people currently living there are large and strong. Moses at that time reminded the people that God was with them and would fight with them, but the people chickened out. they didn't believe in what God promised, which resulted in God's determination that none of those people of that generation would live to see the promised land other than Caleb and his family, since he told the people the truth. Moses was also informed that he cannot go into the promised land. So then the people traveled through other lands, those that were not promised them, so they were told to not fight and to pay for any food or water. I found it interesting that Moses talks about the lands and who belong there, but he also talked about places where multiple groups had been in charge over the years, which we know continues in the Middle East today. One group is in charge and then another takes over, but our people were not to get involved in any of that, as it was not our promised land. And you know, sometimes we forget that there were other peoples. We learn about our people, but there were other peoples who had their own stories during that time. There are other locations in this parsha where it sums up where our people were instructed to fight with God on their side, and they were to overthrow those people and destroy them. Destroy the men, women, and children. That was the rule of warfare back then. Well, hopefully we find that behavior reprehensible. But unfortunately, there are still some leaders today who feel that annihilation is the solution to any conflict over land. We've heard those ideas espoused by our president, by the Prime Minister of Israel. The conflicts in the Sudan and in Myanmar also seem to embrace the concept that a win cannot happen until all the opponents are not just defeated, but eliminated. At times it seemed like China had that attitude toward Taiwan, although currently it's more about just being powerful over it. I hope and pray that we and all the people of the world get to the point where not only do we not feel the need to eliminate an entire group of people, but we also do not participate in war at all. Now, I'm not simplistic here. I know that there's always going to be conflict because we're people. But we should be able to disagree without violence. We should be able to communicate and compromise in order to keep all peoples in existence. Thank you. And now I'm calling up Jane Green, to read our announcements.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
On behalf of our Board of Directors, I want to extend a welcome to our guests and members. On this Shabbat, we extend our thanks to Melissa Householder for ushering, Irv Cohen for leading Kiddush and hosting the Oneg, Rochelle, okay, for lighting the candles, thank you. Doug Myers for hosting the streaming equipment, thank you. Brendan for leading the songs, thank you, Brendan Howard. Deborah Edelman-Dolan for doing a lovely job. Next Friday, July 24th, please join us for Shabbat service led by Frena Skronopsky and Stephanie Shutera. We will lead the music and Hurst Kaufman will accompany. The Shabbat service will start at 6:30. For other upcoming events and other important information, please check tonight's handout, the Temple Beth Shalom website calendar at tbstopeka.org, and monthly bulletin or weekly announcements. Tonight's tzedakah will go to the Israel Religious Action Center. The tzedakah box is in the foyer. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Jane. That was lovely. And she was cheerful even though her family all abandoned her. They didn't really. They just went home. So now we are going to go to page 586, and if you would please rise for the Aleinu. Which will start in the middle of 586, and then the last little part is on page 591, also kind of in the middle.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
Please be seated. Well, we've welcomed the Sabbath. We've praised God and thanked God for all that we've gotten, and now we're going to move on to no, we're not. Come on, Deborah. Page 598. There we go. And we think of all of our loved ones whom death has taken recently and in years past, and those we've drawn into our hearts with our own. And we'd like to remember for Shiva, Dwayne Piercy, for Shloshim, Howard Schwartz, and then the anniversaries of the passing of Clyde Marshall, Hazel Irene Mullins, Clark Bachman, Abe Samuels, Darlene Higgins, Irene Richter, Luba Levin, and Michael Richter. And are there any other yard sites?
Solomon Schwartz,
Solomon Schwartz. Okay.
Ann Manson.
I'm sorry.
Ann Manson.
Ann Manson, thank you. Anyone else? And if there's anybody who has online, please put it in the chat. Nobody there? Okay. So page 598, please rise for the mourner's Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קרי ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו, Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, toshvechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma ve'imru, amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, ve'chayim alenu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru, amen. Ose shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom alenu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru, amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say,
Amen. Please be seated. Oh, look at that. We're not jumping this time. Page 645. We'll have our final song of the service, and then, don't worry, we're going to have the Kiddush and the Matzah. But 645, where's it? There it is. L'chilach.
L'chilach, to a land that I will show you. Lech lecha, to a place you do not know. L'chilach, on your journey I will bless you, and you shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. L'chilach. L'chilach, and I shall make your name great. Lech lecha, and all shall praise your name. L'chilach, to the place that I will show you. L'simchat chayim, l'simchat chayim, l'simchat chayim, l'chilach. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. L'chilach.
Beautiful. Now we're going to turn to page 123 for the Kiddush, and if Irv could come up with Rochelle, and then we'll do the Motzi, which is on page 606 if you feel the need. I think most of the people here know where that is, or don't need it. That's what I meant to say.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pari hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho, be'ahava uvratzon, inchilanu, zikaron lemaaseh bereshit, ki hu yom techilah lemikra'e kodesh, zecher litziat Mitzrayim, ki banu v'acharta, otanu kidashta,
בשבת קודשך, באהבה וברצון, הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש השבת.
חיים.
And now our tradition is that we have whoever is doing the candles in case you get to cut the, well, maybe not. Oh, good, there's a knife. Thanks, goodness.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Thank you. Where's Ron? Okay. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you so much for starting this Shabbat so beautifully. Please enjoy the oneg.
Shabbat Shalom.